In the great eastern plains of the forest kingdom, there lived a lion named Kanu. Now, Kanu wasn't the biggest lion, nor was he the strongest, but every creature, from the towering giraffe to the tiniest shrew, knew one thing about him. Kanu had a voice that could shake the tall Iroko trees. The animals of the eastern plains deeply admired him. Why? Because Kanu always spoke up when they felt unheard. For many, many seasons, the plains had been treated unfairly by the Central Council of Beasts, who lived far away in the cold, stone-covered hills. The council's decisions always seemed to leave the eastern plains behind. Whenever food was shared across the kingdom, the eastern plains received the smallest portion. Whenever hunters attacked, help, if it came at all, arrived last. And whenever the plains animals pleaded for fairness, their cries seemed to just disappear into the wind, unheard and ignored. But Kanu refused to stay silent. One bright morning, he climbed the highest termite mound, a natural stage overlooking the vast grasslands. He took a deep breath and let out a roar that wasn't just loud. It was filled with purpose. Every animal deserves fairness: antelope, eagle, tortoise, and cub alike. Our plains deserve respect too. His powerful roar traveled far beyond the grasslands, echoing through valleys and over rivers. Many animals from other regions heard his call and nodded quietly in agreement. Of course, some disagreed, content with the way things were. But one group was not pleased at all: the Central Council. They didn't like that a lion from the east, a place they considered insignificant, spoke with such unwavering courage. So, under the cloak of darkness, the council's guards crept into the eastern plains. They captured Lion Kanu and locked him away in a deep, cold stone cave. Their reasons were simple and cruel. They said he was too loud. They said he caused too much disruption in the forest. They said the plains would finally be quieter without his roar. When news of Kanu's capture spread, the eastern animals were heartbroken. A silence fell over the plains, but it wasn't peaceful. It was a heavy, sorrowful silence. The old, wise tortoise whispered to anyone who would listen, he only wanted fairness for us. The goat, who had once been skeptical, muttered, since they took him, they'd treat us even harsher. And the young cubs, who had looked up to Kanu, would often ask their mothers, will Kanu ever return to us? Meanwhile, in the damp darkness of the cave, Kanu fought to keep his spirit alive. He closed his eyes and pictured his home: the golden plains, the swaying Iroko trees, and the faces of his friends. He remembered why he had roared in the first place, and even though his voice could no longer shake the trees, his silence began to speak volumes. It became a powerful symbol, a quiet defiance that stirred a new kind of hope in every creature of the East. Soon, something remarkable began to happen. The animals started gathering at the edge of the forest every sunset. They didn't roar or shout. They simply stood together in quiet unity, a sea of silent figures facing the stone hills. Their presence was a powerful message to the entire kingdom. Kanu was still loved, still remembered, and still deeply needed. One day, word of this silent protest reached the cave. A tiny, brave bird perched on the bars of Kanu's prison and chirped, "Kanu, your plains have not forgotten you. They stand for you every evening together." Hearing this, the lion closed his eyes. His heart, which had felt so heavy, swelled with pride and love, and for the first time in many long moons, a single tear traced a path through the dust on his face and touched the cold cave floor. In that moment, Kanu understood a profound truth. A lion's roar may be silenced, but a people's hope can never be caged. And out in the eastern plains, every creature waited, their hope a burning flame. They waited for the day their lion would walk free again, stronger, wiser, and ready to stand for them once more. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales of courage and hope.